What the Carolina Panthers showed today is if you have a stock that seemingly skyrockets out of nowhere, you need to go ahead and sell high, because when the market clears and the dust settles, you'll probably realize that what you bought into is nothing more than just mid. And that's exactly what the Carolina Panthers have proven to be today, losing to the worst team in the league 17-7. So in this video, I'm going to provide you all with a few awards for some performances that I saw put forth out there on the field by my Carolina Panthers against the New Orleans Saints, and we're going to get into all of that right after this.
I'm from the foe, you dig?
Welcome to The Way I See It with Jamario Rashad. This is a Carolina Panthers fan channel. Please do me a favor by hitting the like button, and please make sure you subscribe, as I am on my way to 3K. Trying to make sure my channel continues to grow as I continue to try to pump out this content, getting back on the game. Now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get to this award. Now today, I am done holding my tongue. I have been somebody that has tried to stand on objectivity for the better part of my entire YouTube career, especially when it comes to my Carolina Panthers. But today, I am choosing to pick a side, and the side that I picked today is Bryce Young is simply not the guy. So winning the very first Week 10, you should have stayed your ass in the locker room award. We have QB1, but not for long, Bryce Young. Bryce Young threw 17 passes. Bryce Young threw 24 passes, only completing 17 of them for 124 yards and an interception, what should have been 2 interceptions, but what was inexplicably called back in our favor because the football gods wanted to shine down on us before they decided to just, toil with our emotions throughout the rest of the game. They wanted to throw us a bone and call back the early interception by Demario Davis. It should have been 2 interceptions, but Bryce Young was absolutely putrid throughout this entire game. What he has proven is that he is not only just a game manager. Bryce Young is in fact a very low-level game manager, and today he just flat out sucked. Bryce Young is 100% the reason why this offense could not get going, and I think he takes the vast majority of the blame for why the Carolina Panthers took this inexplicable L in such a trap game, as they call it. The New Orleans Saints suck, man, and they went out there and they whooped our ass today, and it is because Bryce Young simply could not do his job. You heard Mark Schlereth on the call constantly say the New Orleans Saints are selling out to stop the run. They are not going to lose to Rico Dowdle. They're basically saying we do not believe that Bryce Young, number 9, is going to be able to beat us, and his ass could not beat them. Bryce Young, was absolutely terrible throughout this entire game. He was outplayed, mind you, outplayed by a rookie only starting in his second game ever. Tyler Shuck threw for 282 yards. To give you all a little context about our guy, about our QB1, Bryce Young, in 36 total games started in the NFL, he has only thrown for at least 280 yards 3 times. 3 out of 36 starts in the NFL, he was outplayed by a guy in his second game. And if you look across the league, you will see rookies, you will see young players, all of these players getting thrusted into the game, into situations that are not favorable, with not good offensive lines, with not the best wide receivers. And guess what they are doing? They are playing better than Bryce Young week in and week out, and it doesn't make any sense why he continues to do this. Something that they called out again on the call, Mark Schlereth saying they continue to bring pressure on that left side of the line. They continue to bring pressure on that left side of the line. There are no adjustments being made. There is no protection being slotted that way. After last week, after everybody just, there being national attention given to Bryce Young, he looked as though he was calling a protection for a passing play, but he actually wanted to give it to Rico Dowdle. He's so smart. He's so cerebral. Why the hell couldn't his little ass process and do it in this game? Because he is a front runner. He is not able to process things, and he is not able to do good when we are not absolutely in the most advantageous position for him in this game or in any game. So for that reason, Bryce Young, you should have stayed your ass in the locker room, sir. Congratulations. Reaper my ass. You need to reap the benefits of your terrible ass play and get ready to be replaced over the next few years. Unfortunately, we are winning too many games to have a top pick, but just know, Bryce, if we lose out or if some shit goes wrong, my boy, you are up out of here, dog. And I'm not a prisoner of the moment, bro. You have got to be better, and you have given me no confidence to believe that you can be better in the future. I don't give a damn about game-winning drives. Why the hell are we losing? I don't give a... Anyway, moving on to the next recipient of the You Should Have Stayed Your Ass in the Locker Room award, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows exactly who it is. Another very disappointing name, J.C. Horn, cornerback one, was an absolute liability today, and this was the worst game that I have seen him play since he absolutely got his ass torched for 2 touchdowns last season when we went against the Chargers, and Quentin Johnston, somebody who was an absolute bust and a disappointment, showed his ass against J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn got done up again in this game to the tune of, I don't know, however many yards, 60-something on that touchdown by Chris Olave. And then for the second time, and I think the last 4 games, because it happened in, what was it? I believe it was it Waller or was it it was the Patriots. For the second time, he let Hunter Henry, a big slow ass tight end, beat him to the end zone, not be able to take him down, and pretty much not be able to catch him. Jawan Johnson, a big sloppy moving ass dude out there, slow as hell, broke J.C. Horn ankles, took him to the ground for the second time. I don't want to give a damn about turf. I don't give a damn about the grass. You are cornerback one, getting paid the most money out of any cornerback in the league for however much time you had that designation. You had it, and you were absolutely terrible for this reason. And the worst thing is what you do and when you have games like this, because undoubtedly this is just a blip. I know, and we know that you will come back and lock down whoever the next. Okay, good. That's all well and good. But when people like me and other Carolina Panthers fans make the case that Ejiro Evero is dumb for not allowing you to travel with whomever the opposite team best wide receiver is, you do not make good on our case when you can barely cover a big slow ass tight end. So for that reason, J.C. Horn, you should have stayed your ass in the locker room, sir. Congratulations. Whew. Man, we lost to the worst team in the league handedly in one of the most boring, just one more locker room award, because I'm not gonna keep y'all here long. This game pissed me off, and I'm not gonna give too much energy towards the Carolina Panthers too much more after this loss. I'm gonna go on, enjoy my Sunday, and try my best to be happy. So winning the third and final You Should Have Stayed Your Ass in the Locker Room award, the entire offensive line. The offensive line has been a staple and a strong point of this team all season. It does not matter how much shuffling has been done. They noted at the beginning of the game, in 10 games, this is the 8th different offensive line combination, with there being people in and out, there being guys switching to different positions. No matter what, the offensive line has been able to be steadfast and keep Bryce Young upright, and what they have done most impressively over the last couple of weeks is block for that monster out there, Rico Dowdle, who was made to look human in this game. Why? Because the offensive line not only allowed 2 sacks on Bryce Young, mostly because of these two that you see on the screen right here. Austin Corbett, who was bad at center, who went over to be bad at right guard in this game. But not only just him, but Ike Ekwonu also allowing a sack in negative territory, damn near on our inside the 10. But the worst part about it is he could have did it to any other player on that damn Saints roster, but the player he decided to whiff on completely and allow to sack Bryce Young was Cam goddamn Jordan. The player that no Carolina Panthers fan reasonably can stand with any iota of their being, because Cam Jordan, he talked, bruh. He allowed Cam Jordan to get a sack. That is unacceptable. But this offensive line, blocking for Rico Dowdle as well as Chuba Hubbard, there was 21 carries, and they were only able to amass 67 yards. The defensive line of this 1-8 team absolutely whooped our offensive line ass for 4 straight quarters. So for that reason, the entire offensive line should have stayed y'all asses in the locker room, sirs. Congratulations. Just terrible, man. Just damn terrible, bruh. But that's all that's all I got for after this game. Those are my awards for this week. What do you all think about this week's award selection? Should there have been somebody else highlighted? Was there somebody else I forgot to highlight for just how bad they were in this beatdown in the most boring game that I had to try my best to stay awake for because I didn't go for? Is there anybody that else needed to be talked about it? You can talk about them down in the comment section, and I'll be sure to get back to you then. But until next time, I am Jamario Rashad. This is the way I see it, and I'm out. Peace.